As winter approaches and the chill in the air intensifies, gardeners everywhere find themselves facing a daunting challenge: how to protect their beloved plants and crops from the harsh realities of cold weather. Imagine waking up on a frosty morning only to discover that your greenhouse has transformed into a frozen wasteland, where all your hard work and dedication have withered away. The power is out, the heat has vanished, and your dreams of fresh produce are left hanging in the balance. But fear not. There is a time-tested solution that comes straight from the heart of Amish farming traditions, an approach that harmonizes with nature rather than fighting against it. While many of us are busy Googling the latest high-tech heating solutions, the Amish are out in their fields, cutting wood, harnessing the sun's energy, and utilizing compost in ways that might surprise you. They have mastered the art of creating thriving greenhouses that withstand winter's worst, without the need for expensive electricity or fancy gadgets. Buckle up, or perhaps harness up, as we dive into the Amish way of winter gardening and uncover the secrets they employ to keep their crops alive, and well, when the weather outside looks more like a freezer than a flourishing field. Let's explore the hidden world of the Amish community like never before. In this eye-opening video, we're lifting the lid on the secretive lives of the Amish people. From their unique traditions and customs to their surprising secrets and practices, we're delving deep into the world of the plain people. Get ready to uncover the truth behind the Amish way of life and discover the fascinating stories and anecdotes that will leave you amazed. Whether you're an Amish enthusiast or just curious about this enigmatic community, this video is a must-watch. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to have your mind blown by the Amish secrets revealed. The power of passive solar heating. The cornerstone of Amish greenhouse gardening in winter is the sun, a natural, free, and reliable source of heat. The first lesson we can learn from the Amish is the importance of passive solar heating. Many modern greenhouses are designed without considering the sun's trajectory, but the Amish know better. They strategically position their greenhouses to face south, maximizing sunlight exposure throughout the day. This simple yet effective orientation ensures that the sun's rays pour into the greenhouse, warming the plants and soil within. But what happens when winter days are short and the sun doesn't shine as brightly? This is where greenhouse design becomes critical. The Amish utilize materials that trap and retain heat, allowing their greenhouses to function effectively even when the sun sets. Common materials like glass and clear plastic not only let sunlight in but also retain the warmth absorbed during the day. Imagine your greenhouse as a well-insulated winter coat. It keeps you warm long after the heat source has diminished. Indeed, studies have shown that well-designed greenhouses can reduce heating costs by up to 50%, making passive solar heating a smart choice for winter gardening. Incorporating additional design features, such as angled roofs to capture more sunlight and double-layered walls to create thermal insulation, can further enhance the effectiveness of passive solar heating. The Amish even go a step further by employing thermal mass to bolster their greenhouses. Understanding thermal mass, nature's heat reservoir. Now, you might be wondering, what is thermal mass and how does it play into winter gardening? Thermal mass refers to materials that can absorb and store heat during the day, gradually releasing it when temperatures drop at night. The Amish have ingeniously incorporated this principle into their greenhouses. By using materials such as water, stone, or bricks, they create a natural heating system that functions without electricity. Picture the scene. It's a chilly winter night, and as the temperature falls, the stone pathways or water-filled barrels in the greenhouse release the heat they've stored up during the day, keeping the environment warm and cozy for the plants. Much like how a well-baked cookie continues to radiate warmth and delicious aroma long after it's been pulled from the oven, these materials maintain a stable temperature for the crops. Water, in particular, is a powerhouse when it comes to thermal mass. A 55-gallon barrel filled with water can store significant heat, acting as a heat reservoir that releases warmth overnight. Similarly, stone pathways or brick walls not only provide visual appeal but also serve the practical purpose of keeping the greenhouse warm. By strategically incorporating these materials, the Amish reduce the need for additional heating, making their greenhouses efficient and cost-effective. Harnessing compost. Nature's natural heater. You might not have considered composting as a means of heating your greenhouse, but the Amish have turned it into an art form. By strategically placing compost piles around or even inside the greenhouse, they take advantage of the heat generated from decomposition. When organic materials like food scraps, leaves, and manure break down, they release heat, a phenomenon that can reach temperatures as high as 160 degrees Fahrenheit in a well-maintained compost pile. To effectively utilize compost for heating, the key lies in maintaining the right balance of greens, like kitchen scraps and grass clippings, and browns, such as dried leaves and straw. This balance creates an ideal environment for beneficial microbes that facilitate the decomposition process, resulting in a heat-generating compost pile. Positioning these compost piles along the greenhouse perimeter creates a natural barrier against the cold, while also contributing warmth directly into the greenhouse environment. If you're feeling particularly innovative, you could even build compost bins within the greenhouse itself, allowing your plants to be warmed directly by the composting process. Plus, when done correctly, the compost should emit an earthy smell rather than an unpleasant odor, an important factor in maintaining a pleasant gardening environment. Windbreaks and insulation. Nature's shield against the cold. No gardener wants to contend with cold drafts, and the Amish are well aware of this. That's why they utilize windbreaks and insulation as essential components of their greenhouse strategies. Windbreaks, which can be made from trees, shrubs, or hedges, serve as natural barriers against cold winds, significantly reducing heat loss in a greenhouse. Research indicates that a well-placed windbreak can diminish wind speed by up to 50%, providing an invaluable buffer against the chill. In addition to windbreaks, the Amish often employ effective insulation techniques to further protect their greenhouses. For example, straw bales can be stacked around the base of the greenhouse to create a natural insulating barrier. The air pockets within the straw act as excellent insulators, keeping the cold at bay while trapping warmth inside. This method is not only effective but also eco-friendly, as the straw can be composted once winter is over. Laying plastic sheeting inside the greenhouse can also enhance insulation by creating an air pocket that keeps the heat trapped. While plastic may not seem like a traditional Amish material, it has become a practical solution to improve greenhouse efficiency. Using dark-colored materials, such as dark stones or bricks, can further optimize heat absorption and retention, ensuring that your greenhouse remains a cozy refuge for your plants during the colder months. Choosing the right crops, resilient varieties for winter, as any seasoned gardener knows, not all plants are equally equipped to tackle winter's icy grip. The Amish understand that selecting the right crops is crucial to maintaining productivity during the colder months. Instead of relying solely on delicate summer crops, they opt for hardy varieties that thrive in low temperatures. Popular cold weather choices among Amish farmers include spinach, kale, carrots, and beets, plants that can withstand frost and continue to grow despite the chill. For instance, kale is renowned for its frost tolerance. In fact, it often becomes sweeter after exposure to cold as it converts starches into sugars as a protective mechanism. Choosing these hardy crops not only allows for a continuous harvest during winter, but also ensures that the flavors are enhanced by the cold. Another effective technique is succession planting, which involves staggering planting times to ensure a steady harvest throughout the winter months. This strategy acts as a buffer against crop loss, allowing gardeners to enjoy fresh produce even during the coldest days. Think of it as keeping a firewood supply stocked. You wouldn't want to run out of fuel in the dead of winter. Cold frames and hotbeds. Simple solutions for warmth. Two ingenious methods that have stood the test of time are cold frames and hotbeds. These low-tech solutions have been employed by the Amish for generations and are easily replicable for modern gardeners seeking efficient ways to keep their plants warm. A cold frame is essentially a mini greenhouse that traps sunlight and warmth around your plants, constructed from a wooden or metal frame with a clear cover, such as an old window or sheet of plastic. It creates a protective microclimate that shields plants from cold temperatures. Positioning a cold frame in a sunny spot, ideally on the southern side of the greenhouse, allows it to maximize sunlight exposure. Hotbeds, on the other hand, rely on the heat generated from decomposing organic matter. By layering fresh manure or compost under the soil, gardeners can create a warm environment for their plants. As the organic material breaks down, it releases heat that rises into the soil, keeping it warm even on the coldest nights. Plus, using manure enriches the soil with nutrients, acting as a slow-release fertilizer that benefits the plants. Combining cold frames with hot beds can create a highly effective setup for winter gardening. By utilizing the natural heat generated by decomposing material below and trapping sunlight above, you create a warm haven for your plants, all without the need for electricity. Simplicity and sustainability. The Amish philosophy, at the heart of the Amish way of life, is a profound respect for simplicity and sustainability. Over 90% of Amish farms are family-owned, and their practices have been passed down through generations, a testament to their commitment to preserving the land and its resources. For the Amish, sustainable practices are not trendy. They are a way of life ingrained in their culture. By relying on natural resources like sunlight, wind, and organic matter, the Amish have cultivated a system that is as efficient as it is simple. They have learned to work with what they have, maximizing the use of natural heat sources while minimizing waste. This practical approach to gardening serves as a powerful reminder of the benefits of living in harmony with nature. Conclusion: harnessing nature's gifts for winter gardening success. Heating a greenhouse without electricity might sound like a challenge, but the Amish have shown us that it is entirely achievable through a blend of traditional wisdom and innovative techniques. By embracing passive solar heating, thermal mass, composting, windbreaks, and insulation, they have created thriving greenhouses that stand resilient against winter's chill. As you prepare for the cold months ahead, consider taking a page from the Amish greenhouse rulebook. With a few thoughtful techniques and a willingness to work with nature, you can create a warm and productive environment for your plants. Not only will you enjoy fresh produce during the winter, but you'll also find satisfaction in knowing that your methods are sustainable, efficient, and, best of all, free from electric bills. So this winter, as you gaze out at the frost-covered landscape, remember the lessons learned from the Amish. Embrace the beauty of simplicity, harness the power of nature, and watch your greenhouse become a beacon of warmth and productivity. No matter how cold it gets outside, your plants will thank you for it. Consider the wisdom of the Amish and their time-tested methods for heating greenhouses. By embracing solar energy, using thermal mass, composting, and selecting the right crops, you can conquer winter's chill without relying on expensive electricity. It's time to harness nature's gifts and keep your garden thriving through the cold months. Start your journey towards a warmer, more productive greenhouse today. By employing these techniques, you'll not only ensure the survival of your plants but also engage in a sustainable and cost-effective form of gardening that pays homage to the ingenuity of Amish farming practices. This winter, let nature's power work for you. Our journey into the world of the Amish has revealed a rich tapestry of traditions, values, and secrets. By embracing their complexity and diversity, we can gain a deeper understanding of this fascinating community and the importance of respecting their way of life. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you have any questions or comments, please share them below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more intriguing content that explores the hidden sides of human culture.